1:15 p.m. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The news edited by Catherine Pereira and read by Geethanjali Ramanayaka. The headlines. 35,000 gas cylinders will be distributed daily starting from today. The Prime Minister says non-essential public workers are not required to report to work tomorrow except for essential services. Several fuel ships have arrived in the island. Plans are underway to cultivate all cultivable lands. A ship carrying rice, milk powder and medicine under the assistance of the Tamil Nadu government. Foreign news, Maripol mayor determined to recapture city. News in detail. Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe said in Parliament today that public sector employees, except those in essential services, are not required to report to work tomorrow due to the prevailing fuel crisis. He said this decision has been taken to save the fuel. The Prime Minister also stated that several fuel have arrived in the island. There's a food and kerosene oil shortage in the country. District MPs should take measures to provide solutions for these issues. The food shortage is not relevant to Sri Lanka, but whole world is facing a food shortage. Therefore, all cultivable lands will be cultivated. The Power and Energy Minister Kanchana Wijesekara said that the post shared on social media regarding the parliamentarians being allowed subsidized fuel rates is false. He also stated that no MPs from either party or anyone else is allowed to pump fuel at subsidized rates or lower than the current market price that is sold to the public. He further said that priority will be given to supply fuel for ambulances and other essential services. Parliamentarian Mahinda Amaravira has requested to provide fuel for farmers to their tractors as well as for fisheries sector. Chairman of the Litro Gas Company Vijitha Heras says that only 35,000 gas cylinders will be distributed daily to the market until the bad weather condition is over. Accordingly, 35 lorries of gas cylinders will be distributed to the main cities. He also said that around 5,000 gas cylinders will be distributed in the Colombo district. He also requested the public to prevent collecting gas cylinders unnecessarily and only to buy one gas cylinder at a time. He also stated that it is important to educate the consumers by the gas trading agents on the dates of arrival of stocks of gas. It will help to prevent the people from waiting in queues. This news broadcast comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The Criminal Investigations Department has recorded statements from 3 more parliamentarians regarding the incidents that took place in Gorface and Kolupitia on the 9th of May. Accordingly, statements have been obtained from MPs Rohitha Abegunawardena, C.B. Ratnayaka and Sanjeeva Edirimana. Meanwhile, the other 8 suspects arrested in connection with the incidents at Gorface and Kolupitia are due to be produced before court today. The police media spokesman's office stated that the CID arrested 8 suspects, including Moratua Mayor Samanlal Fernando and Dan Priyasad yesterday. Meanwhile, Sanath Nishantha and Milan Jayatilaka, who were arrested in connection with the incident, were remanded till the 25th of this month after being produced before the 4th Magistrates Court. In addition, the CID has recently recorded a statement from senior DIG in charge of the Western Province Deshabandhu Tennakon regarding the attacks on protesters at Gorface. Jagath Samarawikrama, Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna representative from Polonnaruwa district, has been sworn in as a Member of Parliament. He took oaths before Speaker of Parliament Mahinda Abewardena this morning. The appointment was made to fill the parliamentary seat left vacant by MP Amarakirti Atukorala, who was killed in Nitambua area amidst the nationwide tensions that broke out on the 9th of May. A special discussion will be held on Saturday from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. with the participation of Commissioner General of Examinations LMD Dharmasena on facts which will be more important for the GCE O-level students. It will be broadcast through Sinhala National Service of the SLBC. The discussion will be focused on the problems faced by the students and parents regarding the examination. Students can join through the telephone numbers 0112 68 2411 or 0112 68 94 9428. That's 0112-682411 or 0112-689428 for the program. And that ends local news for now.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
The first vessel carrying relief materials for Sri Lanka, as announced by the Tamil Nadu government, left from Chennai port today. It was flagged off by Chief Minister M.K. Stalin. The relief materials that have been dispatched today include 9,000 metric tons of rice, 200 tons of milk powder and 24 tons of essential medicines. They are being sent to help the Sri Lankan public. And that was the main news story.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
This is Watchlight.
The National Water Supply and Drainage Board says the water supply for several areas in Colombo will be interrupted for 10 hours on Saturday the 21st. Accordingly, Colombo 12, 13, 14 and 15 will be affected by this water cut. The National Water Supply and Drainage Board says the water cut will be in effect from 10 p.m. on Saturday until 8 a.m. on Sunday the 22nd. Meanwhile, the water supply for Colombo 1 and 11 will be under low pressure during this period. And that was Watchlight.
Coming up, World News.
Headlines: Mariupol mayor determined to recapture city. China criticizes US over Taiwan. Biden to announce launch of Indo-Pacific Economic Bloc in Tokyo. World news in detail. Russia is poised to take full control of the port of Mariupol, but Ukraine says it is not going to give up on the city. The mission to defend its final stronghold ended this week, leading the way for Kremlin's biggest victory so far. Fighters have been emerging from the devastated steel plant for days. Russia has been counting as the soldiers, many of them injured, surrender. Officials say they are now holding nearly 1,000. The mayor of Mariupol, Vadim Boychenko, told NHK that Ukrainian soldiers fought for more than 80 days to slow the Russian advance. The mission may be over, but has not lost hope. China's top diplomat has reportedly criticized the United States over Taiwan, saying the US has reiterated its position of not supporting Taiwan's independence, but its recent actions and statements are quite different. The US and Chinese governments announced that US National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan had spoken by phone yesterday with Chinese Communist Party Politburo member and director of the Office of the Foreign Affairs Commission, Yang Jiechi. The White House says US President Joe Biden will announce the launch of a new regional initiative, the Indo-Pacific Economic Framework, or IPEF, when he visits Japan next week. Biden is scheduled to begin his 5-day trip to South Korea and Japan tomorrow and is expected to arrive in Tokyo on Sunday. US National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan yesterday stressed the significance of the president's trip at a time when the world is responding to Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Back to the headlines of the world news. Mariupol mayor determined to recapture city. China criticizes US over Taiwan. Biden to announce launch of Indo-Pacific Economic Bloc in Tokyo. And that ends world news. In development news, opposition leader Sajid Premdasa says that medical equipment valued at 1.2 million rupees has been presented to 46 hospitals in the island under the HUSMA program. He stated that this program was launched to provide necessary assistance to hospitals in the island with the beginning of the COVID pandemic in the country. The medical equipment needed for the hospital of Gaul and Balapitiya were presented recently. And that was development news.
Sports News is brought to you by
Sampath Bank. We present your future.
Cricket news. Today is the final day of the first test match being played between Sri Lanka and Bangladesh in Chattogram. Sri Lanka scored 169 runs for 6 wickets in their second innings. Sri Lanka team has scored 397 runs in their first innings and Bangladesh team scored 465 runs in their first innings. And that was sports news.
Cash through NSP globally and win wonderful gifts locally. From October 1st, 2021 to December 31st, 2022. Remit a minimum of $100 or an equivalent amount in any foreign currency 3 times through NSB U Trust.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
As corporates and consumers globally are shifting towards best practices such as sustainability, inclusivity, and most importantly, equality to all, fairness has become a significant part of how business and buyer decisions are made. With this in mind, SLIM Research Bureau, the research arm associated with the Sri Lanka Institute of Marketing, SLIM, recently signed an agreement with the Fairtrade NAPP at SLIM Home in aspiration of promoting fair trade and consumption of fairly traded products in the local market of Sri Lanka. And that was business news.
Business News, sponsored by
Cash through NSP globally and win wonderful gifts locally. Will you be the lucky winner of the NSP Golden Jubilee? 50 gold sovereigns for the top prize winner of the NSP Golden Jubilee. Scooters for the 10 second prize winners. iPhones for the 10 third prize winners. Mountain bikes for the 29 fourth prize winners. From October 1st, 2021 to December 31st, 2022. Remit a minimum of $100 or an equivalent amount in any foreign currency 3 times through NSB U Trust.
Economic news, courtesy of
Saving money isn't easy when you have responsibility. That's why we promise to give you the best returns and guarantee on your investment. LOLC Finance Fixed Deposits. Maximize your savings. LOLC Finance PLC, incorporated on the 13th of December 2001, is rated SLA stable by ICRA Lanka Limited and is licensed by the Monetary Board of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka under the Finance Business Act number 42 of 2011.
The Commercial Bank of Ceylon has announced it has partnered with several insurance companies to offer special life and general insurance products with unmatched low premium rates exclusively for women customers under the bank's Anagi Women's Banking Portfolio, extending the scope of the bank's services to support this segment. The insurance cover comprises of life insurance, business insurance and home insurance options, the bank said. And that was economic news.
Saving money isn't easy when you have responsibility. That's why we promise to give you the best returns and guarantee on your investment. LOLC Finance Fixed Deposits. Maximize your savings. LOLC Finance PLC, incorporated on the 13th of December 2001, is rated SLA stable by ICRA Lanka Limited and is licensed by the Monetary Board of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka under the Finance Business Act number 42 of 2011.
The weather report.
The Department of Meteorology says the southwest monsoon is established over the island. Accordingly, showers or thundershowers will occur at times in the western, Sabaragamuwa, central, northwestern and southern provinces. Fairly heavy showers above 50 millimeters can occur in parts of Sabaragamuwa province and in Kandy, Nuwara, Galle and Matra districts. Several spares of showers will occur in the northern province and in Anuradhapura district. Strong winds of about 40 to 50 kilometers per hour can be expected at times over the western slope of the Central Hills, northern, north central and northwestern provinces and in the Hambantota and Trincomalee districts. That was the weather report. And to end this news broadcast, a reminder of the headlines. 35,000 gas cylinders will be distributed starting from today, daily. The Prime Minister says non-essential public workers are not required to report to work tomorrow. Several fuel ships have arrived in the island. Plans are underway to cultivate all cultivable lands. A ship carrying rice, milk powder and medicine under the assistance of the Tamil Nadu government. Foreign news, Maripur mayor determined to recapture city. And with that, we end this news broadcast from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.